We are 4 days removed from what happened in Santa Clara. The Seahawks lost their 4th game in a row. Now, right now, do you feel better about this team going forward?
Hell no, to the no. No, I don't, G. I don't.
I thought at least from Sunday till now, you would have something that is good that we can talk about because there is a Monday night game that is happening.
I'm convicted. I'm convinced. If nothing happens with this team, personnel-wise, if there's no real decision that's made with this football team, then we'll see the same results. It's been 4 games in a row of guys that's not focused, undisciplined, doing whatever they want to do, playing really bad ball. You know how many points this defense has given up the last 2 games? I think it's 80.
16.
If my math is mathing.
Yeah. It's close to 80.
We let Brock Purdy put up a career high on us. Dak Prescott put up outrageous numbers. Mm-hmm. So if nothing happens personnel-wise, if I turn on the TV come Monday and I see the same 11 guys out there every play, we'll get the same results.
Okay, let me start. I almost want to start this over because that wasn't the plan. Here's the plan. The Seahawks play on Monday night, KJ. I need you to help us understand, help us find something. Because look, when you bring up Seahawk football right now, it's not good. It's not good for anyone.
No, it's not fun to talk about.
Okay.
It's not fun.
And by the way, you said you used MF the other day. You got to the point where you used MF. You got to the point where you yelled and screamed. You got to the point where people text me and it was hitting me up saying, "Is KJ okay?" How did it get here, KJ? How did they get you, one of the nicest people in the world, to use MF? What was the emotion that got out of you that got you to get that way?
Like I said last time, I know what winners look like. I know what champions look like. I know what championship football look like. And what I'm seeing on this football field, when I turn on the tape, when I watch them on TV, I see a bunch of individuals out here on this football field. I see a bunch of guys doing whatever the hell they want to do and not being held accountable. If you come out here and put on this type of display of football, if you come out here and not protect the football team, then damn it, you shouldn't be on the football field. It's that crystal clear. And I was embarrassed as an alumni, as a legend, to see the way that game ended because it's been happening. Little stuff here, little stuff there, not being held accountable, doing what you want to do. And it just blew up right in our faces. And all I can remember is just a video and a picture of Fred Warner just laughing at us, saying, "We the big dogs now. We the daddy now. We the big dogs." That's what I saw. And that's embarrassing because I'm used to a certain standard and it's not being upheld.
The Philadelphia Eagles have lost 2 in a row. They're coming into Lumen Field. Usually the Seahawks play very well at home in front of the 12s. How can the Seahawks win that game? Now, I asked you before. You said, "Gee, I think the Seahawks can win."
I really do.
Okay. Why?
I really do.
Why?
Because I see glimpses of it. I see glimpses of greatness. We was in the thick of things with the Niners, were we not?
Yes, sir.
We was right there. The Dallas Cowboys. It came down to the last drive. We was right there with them. And the Philadelphia Eagles are a team that's struggling. So the question is, what Seahawks team are we going to see? Who are we going to see?
Well, considering, and what I don't want to do is I don't want to get specific, and I'll let all of the other folks out in the world get specific on players. But as of now, it seems and feels like we're going to see possibly the same personnel. And I don't think the personnel grouping has been great. I don't think that this has been a talent issue, according to what you keep telling us, according to the film that you watch. You say, "Gee," to me every week. It's not talent. You have taught us that it's commitment. It is buy-in. So if you're saying that it's not talent, so that basically spells to us that they're going to be on the field, but I don't know why there would be change for them to commit. I don't feel anything to make folks say, "You know what, it's a big deal if we commit right now."
Do you see a committed team? Do you see a team that's bought in? Do you see a team that's playing together right now? I can handle losing. I've lost plenty of games in my career, But dang it, when we lost together. We lost as one. When you turn on the TV, what do you see? Do you see it?
That's the thing. Someone who doesn't know as much football as you do, I see it. I see
that they're not
that they're not
Yeah.
committed. So the Philadelphia Eagles, they've lost 2 in a row. They lost to the Niners, and I believe they lost to the Cowboys. Who is this Eagles team that's coming in? Are they vulnerable enough to lose again?
Well, let's put into context who the Philadelphia Eagles are. Let's really slow it down talking about this football team. Just got done with the Super Bowl last year. Lost in a heartbreaking fashion. Let's not forget this. They played 20 weeks, went to the Super Bowl, played the Kansas City Chiefs, and the game got decided by a terrible call. My personal opinion. Guys, remember, the Super Bowl hangover goes when you win the Super Bowl and when you lose a Super Bowl. And so I see a team, I look at Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Not healthy, not in sync with his offense, but talent-wise, the Eagles are good. Their record is correct. Were they number 1, number 2 in the NFC? What are we talking about? We're talking about the Eagles like they're not good. And so can we beat them? Yes. But we got to be a football team that buys in this week, and dang it, this personnel got to be changed.
There's a lot to be said. There's a possibility that this Seahawks team could see Drew Lock out there again. What?
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, but
I didn't
we
say-
on video. They see your face.
Keep going.
Anyways, so let me start that over.
Cut.
No, don't cut that out. The Seahawks could possibly have Drew Lock out there as quarterback. When you say which team is going to show up, are you comfortable with a Seahawk offense led by Drew Lock out there on Monday night?
Here's the thing with Drew Lock. Drew Lock is Drew Lock. And by that, I mean he's the same guy that he was in Denver. Cannon for an arm, can flip it out, make all the cool creative plays. He does a lot of good stuff on the football field. He put up 2 touchdowns against the Niners. Geno Smith put up 0 touchdowns against the Niners. The thing that gets me with Drew Lock is when it's time to make, quote unquote, the right decisions, the smart play. Hey, don't put us in any bad situations, Drew Lock. He finds a way to do exactly that. Way too many turnovers from Drew Lock. His whole career, G. 2 interceptions. I saw 4 that could have happened. And so if Drew Lock does play Monday night and is the guy, if he protects the football and doesn't force it and let's just punt the ball, don't take this unnecessary sack, then we can win the game.
Okay.
But I can only go off the guy's history. I can only go off who he's shown me he is throughout the duration of his career.
Can this offense be successful on Monday night without them rushing for over 100 yards? They have not rushed for over 100 yards since the game against the Commanders.
No. K9, Charbonnet. We came in here sipping some Chardonnay the other night, hyping them up. I love our tackles on the outside. Phil, D-Lou, Brown. I need some like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Some punch. How about that?
There you go. I need some punch when it comes from these guys, creating a new line of scrimmage. They about to go against Jalen Carter. They about to go against Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick. BG. Some grown men. Some proven men are coming into town Monday night.
KJ, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, how much are you holding back right now? Because I think the reason why we are almost having to cut and restart and do this, I think I can feel a part of you that's really holding back. You really want to go off, don't you? You really want to go. No, I'm just saying, I just feel your energy. Like here we are.
Go ahead.
No, it just feels different. And I feel your energy. I just know you. And it's like, I don't know if you guys got that person in your life that you know them and you know they want to snap. I know you want to snap again, but you holding back.
Because you thought people called you the other night. People been calling me too. Like, KJ, that's KJ, you. And so my emotions were my emotions Sunday. And I'm trying to be the the honest glass half full type of guy. But I went off, and people didn't receive that very well.
No, they didn't. So
You think I'm holding back right now? I kind of am. No.
okay, well, let's see if you're holding back. This topic, I was gonna go the entire time, but I have to bring it up. I'm gonna let you know I don't feel comfortable bringing it up because I want to be clear.
Damn.
You know where I'm going. Pete Carroll and what he has done since he has been head coach has been incredible. It's changed a lot of lives. It has brought a city together. It is giving us the greatest,
Yes.
the greatest time
Legendary. He's been
ever,
legendary.
ever. But Pete Carroll, it starts at the top. It starts with Pete. And I'm going to start it off by this. Is this the same Pete Carroll today as it was yesterday when you were playing? Is it the same Pete?
He's the same exact guy.
Okay.
I know he is. I've been to meetings. I've been to practice. I've talked to him several times. He's the same exact guy.
Okay. So when fans and us, when we see some of the stuff going on and we are saying, why is there a lack of commitment? Is there a lack of commitment because people have tuned Pete out? Or is a lack of commitment is because Pete isn't, how can I say, tough enough? And what I mean by tough enough, I mean like really setting a real standard like, hey, you don't want to be bought in? Sit down. You don't want to be bought in? Go away for a second. You don't want to be bought in? Get to that next team. What's happening?
It's two things. The first thing is, yes, exactly what you're saying. I call it laying down the law, laying down the hammer, suspending guys, releasing guys, benching guys. It's been needed during this football season, and it hasn't gotten done yet.
Why doesn't it get done? Why doesn't that get done?
Because Coach Carroll, this is not his personality. It's not his style. He's not the type of guy to just lay down the gavel. That's never been him. But the second piece I was going to talk about is this locker room. The leadership in the locker room is lacking.
Is it?
It's lacking. I'll tell you a story. I don't think nobody knows this story. We had a moment in our locker room. This is probably 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm. And it was between two defensive guys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. One defensive guy, he was just going against the grain, talking this mess, going against the grain, picking on teammates, talking smack. And we had another guy, he said, bro, enough is enough. You're going against the coaches. You create an uncomfortable environment in this locker room. You create an uncomfortable environment for your teammates. And I tell you, these two dudes was like nose to nose, about to come to blows. It was right there. And you know what happened during that moment?
What happened?
That dude, he stopped doing that mess. He stopped doing it. And so that didn't come from Coach Carroll. That didn't come from the coaches. That was brother to brother, man to man. This is what we're going to do about it.
Okay.
We go make sure that this team is on point. When I look at this team now, I'm pretty positive there hasn't been that moment to where another guy has went face to face with another guy and said you need to cut the BS. I don't think that's been done.
Okay. So would you just help me understand, and I want to make sure I'm saying this and articulating this the right way. You're saying that Coach Pete Carroll's style is to create a culture to where there's always usually some leader that is there and the players kind of self-report and self-audit each other and you guys take care of things, right? Mm-hmm. And then nothing gets done maybe until the end of the season. But so you're saying that if there isn't that person now to help do that, come together, call this person out. Mm-hmm. If there isn't that person now, you're basically saying it's not Pete's style to correct that.
It's not. It's really not. For him to suspend the guy, the only person I know that he released that caused a problem was Percy Harvin. When Percy did what he did, get your ass up out of here. You gotta go.
He had to do that. Huh?
He had to go. Percy, you gotta go. I was there for a decade. I don't think I ever saw him do that with anyone else that was causing a lot of stir in the locker room in season. But after the season, business gets handled.
Okay. I want to ask you this because we have never. I want you to bring us into that moment, and I don't want to just pick on Percy Harvin. I mean, but I do want to say this: when something like that happens, when a coach says, "Oh no, you got to go," when that happens, how does a team respond when y'all see something like that?
First of all, we're like, yes, thank you, job well done. Yes, you created this new energy in the room. You created this new energy in the building because it's like a big elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about. Like, why is nothing being done? Why is the same old thing still happening? Why are we still experiencing this stuff that's been happening for quite some time now? And when management decides to make that move, make that decision, guys are happy.
So you're saying that the problems that's occurring now is some of that or something or some of these things have been allowed to continue. Is that fair?
That's fair. That's fair. And once you see something, G, you got to nip it early. But once you let one instance happen, another instance happen, and it continue to happen, it will spill over like what we just saw.
Is this bad enough to where they can possibly lose on Monday night against the Eagles? Is this bad enough to where they can possibly lose 5 games in a row? It's already bad enough that Pete Carroll has not had a 4-game losing streak since he was with the Jets, I believe. Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll, you heard Pete Carroll on with Brock and Salk. He was on there, he was talking to Mike Salk, and he's like, man, I haven't been through this in a long time, right? And so I can kind of feel his energy. I can feel your energy. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to piece things together, KJ, because I know that you holding back, but I'm just trying to really just get as much information out of you as possible. So what you're saying is that some of this stuff has gotten so big that a possible 5-game losing streak could possibly happen because of this?
Yeah. But the thing that Coach Carroll has to do, he has the control. He has the power. It's his decision to make. And we go in this world where, potentially, this guy's upset, or this guy could lose it, or we could lose him. He could just decide to go AWOL. That's a real possibility. If you decide to sit a guy down, or if you decide to, or in this package, or so-and-so, you got to go sit on the sideline with me. That is a possibility to where the guy just loses his dang mind. And when a guy does lose his mind, G, like I said, do you got the guys to reel him back in?
Okay.
Yeah. So do you want to make the decision? Make the decision, but you need troops to back you up. You need coordinators. You need their coach to reel them in. I had Chris Richard. I had Rocky Seto. I had Tom Cable. I had Ken Norton Jr. Like, these are some alpha males that can handle alpha young males. This coaching staff don't have that.
Okay. Here's another thing that we fans saw, and we saw something that was uncharacteristic, and maybe you guys are there and you guys are wondering, because I know some of y'all text me and y'all said, hey, G, what's going on with JSN? So when all of this stuff that you're talking about continues and doesn't get nipped in the bud, is that what happens? We see the rookie now all of a sudden he joins in and he does something that is just unusual to see.
And who you think Devin Witherspoon is looking up to in the locker room? Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. What I saw with JSN, I was like, I wasn't even mad at JSN.
Oh, you weren't?
Hell no, I wasn't mad at him. I was like, that's leadership. That's all the big dog. That's all the vets. And when I saw him, that's not him. He should never do that again. He should never do that again. Hopefully, Coach Carroll and his receiver coach, like, as a young pup, get on them early. Get on they ass early. No, I wasn't mad at him. And I know it shouldn't happen again, but how much? Just silly and immature. And when I saw him shake DK hand at the end.
Wait, you was mad about that?
I was mad about that.
See, that's, I want to just tell you something, man. The one thing that I want to apologize to you for, there's been times that I haven't listened to you. And it's sometimes that I be thinking you get upset about the littlest things. Like you was upset about OTAs. You was upset. And I was like, nah, KJ, it don't matter. And you kept saying, G, I'm telling you, champions are built in OTAs. And I was wrong. So I apologize. So can you help us understand why you was upset about the handshake with JSN and DK?
Because if I come up to you after you just do a 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct, you just got that penalty. You're a rookie. I'm in my 6th year. And what I do, I shake your hand. That's like a, cool, good job. That's what that handshake signified to me. Like, yeah, you good, bro. You good. Don't worry about that. You good. You expressing yourself. You got a 15-yard penalty. You showing off your emotions. That's how I received that. Now, you think that a Bobby go come up and shake my hand after I do some dumb shit? You think Bobby, if I got a 15-yard penalty, he be like, yeah, K, yeah. No, he go come to me, we go sit next to each other. Like, bro, you good? Yeah, man, let's tighten up, bro. Let's keep moving forward. We can't be having this type of stuff. Okay. That's what I would say to Bobby. That's what Bobby would say to me. It won't be no handshake, job well done.
Well, I'm going to address the elephant in the room since you just brought him up.
Address it.
What's up with Bobby? What's good? He's leadership. He's been there with the greatest defense of all time. Mm-hmm. He's back from the Rams. Mm-hmm. He's up for Man of the Year for the Walter Payton Award for the year. He's going to be Man of the Year for the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. What's up with Bobby, man?
I look at Bobby, I know his leadership style. Mm-hmm. I know that he's someone that's the voice of this football team. I know he's doing everything possible to get this thing turned around. I also look at a guy that doesn't have any help. He doesn't have any support. I look at a guy that's drained. I look at a guy that's tired. Hey, Bobby, go get him. No, Bobby, go handle that. Hey, Bobby, can you do? He been pulled in all kind of directions on top of worrying about his own self and playing really good football. So I got to worry about myself playing good football in my 12th year, and I also got to babysit grown men with no help. They asked me today, like, how many guys do you need in a locker room to really make sure this train is moving in the right direction? So you need about 4, maybe 5. How many guys can you count that's doing what's Bobby doing right now? Bobby, Jay Reed.
How about Quandre?
Get Quandre. Give me another one.
You gonna go on the offensive side of the ball?
You can't find me one, but give me one.
Ooh.
Case closed.
I mean, did you say can't find me one on the offense?
Put it in the chat if y'all know one.
Ooh.
Case closed, G. And so.
All right, you know what? This is hard to do. And I know probably if y'all watching right now, you probably going to say you need some hope. So let's spend this next 2 minutes by just saying this. I hope the Seahawks win on Monday night. And that's where we at right now.
That's where we at. We're hoping and praying.
If they don't win, I suggest we don't do a show. Because it's Monday Night Football. It's going to be late. KJ, people going to be saying stuff, asking us stuff. We might, because I don't know, because at this point, if you're saying, well, gee, y'all don't know. I don't know. This is uncharted territory right here. We've never been here in this moment as a fan base, as a legend, as Seahawks. This is a new day. So I don't know how to respond. And that's why I'm going to say it right now. Monday night, if they don't win, I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired of this.
Gee, we don't play football off of hopes and prayers. We don't. We do pray before we pray for protection, pray for all this stuff, but we don't depend on hopes and prayers. I need to see action being made.
Well, there ain't been nothing you said today to make us think that they can win.
I did tell you.
What'd you say?
I said if we get out there on the football field and we see the same personnel, we're not serious about winning.
Oh, I didn't catch that. So you saying you expect there to be some changes on Monday?
If you ain't been tackling these last few weeks, you know what I'm talking about? If you keep getting assignments, keep giving up touchdowns, If you're not setting the edge when I turn on film, come sit on the sideline with me. Coach Carroll knows who's been doing it. Clint Hurt knows who's been doing it. And so if I see the same 3 or 4 guys out there on a consistent basis, we're not serious about winning. We're not. And so they may throw a temper tantrum. I've been benched before. I threw my tantrum, but I snapped out of it. These guys are going to get mad. They're going to get upset. But once again, you can't let them control the team. You can't let them control what you decide to do.
Well, this is, you know how you do that thing by doing things the right way. You need to go ahead and do that because it feels better if you do. This has been hard. They got to win. Seahawks, y'all got to please win.
This
on
is
Monday night.
miserable. You think I want to come in here and talk about this? We had so much fun when we on that little winning streak we was on. This shit ain't fun. I ain't having fun. We owe them the truth though, and we gonna do the show Monday night, win, lose, or draw. So make sure if y'all do something, please do it the right way.